To the Flo Tracy Money Audio Commentary. This is Owen Tracy recording, and it is 3:34 p.m. that is Central Time, and today is September 15th. Well, today we had the Nasdaq pushing on to another new high, and the bond markets were down the yield was down a couple of basis points. The dollar was weaker today. Gold broke out to a new all-time high. Silver was also a little bit steadier. We had quite a bit of strength in some of the soft commodities like orange juice and Arabica coffee. One of the bigger news items today was that the USA and China appear to have come to an agreement on the fate of TikTok, and that points at least a conciliatory tone towards the potential that the longest running version of the trade wars may be coming to a close, even as other parts of the trade wars accelerate. Then we can think about what else is going on. Well, the uh, Reform Party got their first, uh, movement or defection from the Conservative Party of a sitting MP. That's, I think, a rather momentous event. And the big question now for the Reform Party is, are they going to get a flood of sitting MPs moving over? Because what we're certainly seeing is a lot of positioning ahead of a general election, which is still at least a few years away. But the problems that the Labour government are having are really quite consequential. And the UK population tend to be rather unforgiving of repeated crises and scandals, and most particularly when you have the ambassador to the USA having to be recalled because of his personal exposure to a prostitution ring. Obviously, and most particularly a child prostitution ring. These are very significant, embarrassing issues, regardless of whether the Peter Mandelson is in fact guilty of anything. It's guilt by association, which tends to show up in the media. That often is something that affects politicians more than actual transgressions. But that is the reality of doing the job. And when we think about what's going on in the UK, well, there's a lot of conflict. But at the same time, we have a pound that is appreciating, and then a stock market